Hey y'all, it's Necey Dixon. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning back, y'all, welcome on in. Thank y'all for returning for another video. Before we get started, today is Thursday, so you already know what it is. Ooh, ladies, first panel tonight would be blah, 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 blah. Y'all know I have to do that on live with y'all because I get into the routine of but let me take it back. Tonight, we're going to be on Jay Lee's Corner channel, y'all. We will have a guest with us. We will have Miss Ashley from season 1 put a ring on it. I can't wait to ask her some questions just about Kwame. Did y'all try to date? What didn't work? Why didn't y'all break up on screen? We want all the tea. On top of that, we're going to talk about some of the new couples from season 2's Put a Ring on It. Now, another PSA real quick. I will be out of town this weekend, so all of your Friday reviews that you usually get on a Saturday or Sunday will be postponed until that Tuesday. Because, well, let me tell you what happens first. While I'm out of town, Ooh Ladies First has an interview with Tressa from Ready to Love season 4. Remember, y'all, she was the comedian with the big curly hair. This picture, she is updated. This is the new Tressa. So I can't wait to see that interview and watch it with y'all while I'm on vacation. And then, Blue Monday, the day I come back, we will have Miss Alexis Fly Jones from Ready to Love season 4. I can't wait to ask her about AJ and Ron. What was really going on, okay? So if y'all have questions for Alexis that y'all would like for me to read and potentially pass on over, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter, email the Ooh Ladies First panel, hit me up on Instagram, and we can get those questions on over to her, to Alexis. So, what's up, chat? I see Alana Yvette was here. Shout out to you, girl. You stay on ready. Karen Howard, Brittany, Carla Jr., hey, girl. Bianca Montrell, Sam J, what's up? Shell Well, okay, hey. Kishwar, Soulful Dog, what's up? It's J-Dub in the building. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Hey, and Julia Jules, what's up, fave? So, y'all. Oh, thank you, Sam, for the compliment. I got my engagement pictures back, and that photo shoot was pretty fire, if I do say so myself. We even had like a little music video, videographer and stuff. Y'all want to check that out, go over to my Instagram. I have the video and the pictures there. Y'all can also keep up with what I'm doing this weekend when I go out of town. That'll be fun. I'm going to meet up with Bondi, y'all. So it'll be a fun little trip. So, y'all, you know, this episode of the Encore had me all over the damn place. Typically, I start off the episode one way and then I end the episode one way because there's so many different people on this show. It's like every single week, you really don't know who's with the shits. It's a different person every other week and they end up making up day to day in the house. It's just too much. Too much. What is going on? So I think we should get into the episode. And I know a lot of y'all, I hope y'all noticed by my thumbnail. So we lying, Elijah? So we lying? So we playing victim, Aubrey? Or are you going back to your habit of nature, which is to Karen and act like you're being attacked when you're really just being talked to for being messy? And Elijah, we lying? You didn't say all that. You didn't say that, you know, you couldn't recall a number 1 that the twins had? The audacity, y'all. I hope y'all caught that on both sides because it was a lot of bullshit. A lot of bull going on between all parties. Misha, you got your clown mask on like you always do, trying to fight for Aubrey, even though last week you made up with the twins? I thought we found the real villain. I guess not, y'all. I'm just fooling y'all. Okay. So let's get into the order of events. It was all over the place. People was fooling on all sides. Okay. So the episode starts out. Aubrey, Irish, and Misha are having a conversation with Aubrey. They're whispering about the twins and how they were plotting to overthrow her. And honestly, y'all, as messy as this show is, I was actually hoping that someone would get overthrown this week. But it seems like they wanted to do the good old thing and just vote for another queen. So when I thought that the messiness was going to be Aubrey getting overthrown, the messiness ended up being Aubrey having to choose a queen. But let me not jump out of order. So yeah, Aubrey is saying to Misha and Irish that ultimately she feels like the twins are making a cherished group and that she wants her sound to be different. She wants everyone to be able to input and have an influence on what the music sounds like. Y'all, I get that. Who's writing? Who's producing? Cherish. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, y'all. These girls be tripping. These girls are rude as hell. But who's writing? Who's producing? So what is it gonna sound like unless somebody else has something else to offer? So that's how I feel about that. We'll continue on. It's just like it wasn't until this episode that I realized that Irish really want all the smoke with the twins. I don't get it at all. Misha, you know, she was the opinionated one from the jump. But Irish, I'm like, dang, you are doing a lot. I feel like, at least based on the way that it was edited, I feel like once Irish got the admiration that she wanted or the acknowledgement from Aubrey, that pretty much allowed her to feel more comfortable. Because before, in the first episode, maybe the first two episodes, when you found out you were the weakest link in the house, you were a little bit more shy. You weren't really as opinionated. But as soon as Queen Aubrey and you decided to be friends, at least that's what it looked like, now all of a sudden you want all the smoke in the confessionals. We'll get to that. But it's like you and a few other people can't really talk about wigs on this show. I was like, Now, y'all, did y'all peep the halfway season different confessional looks from all the ladies? I should have screenshotted all the confessional looks, but I only screenshotted one that I really wanted to talk about. So, Lego. Next. All the girls sit down and, you know, this is a house meeting and they find out that their group Blueprint is going to have a listening party at the end of the week. And the people who are invited to the listening party are the ex-members from the groups that they were in. So all the girls are like nervous. They're saying, oh, you know, these are people who we used to perform with, so we want to do a good job, which is definitely understandable. So they have to take all the songs that they put together and do a listening party. Was it just me, y'all? But whenever I got to this part, I was like, a listening party off of what? How many songs y'all got? I didn't know y'all had that many songs. Okay, I knew about Talking. I guess if you think about it, we've heard about 4 songs. We knew about Talking, Skeletons, the gospel song, and then Bird's Eye View. We knew about those 4 songs. So I guess that's a listening party, whatever. So on top of that, after everyone has already decided to overthrow the queen, Sita announces that it's time for a new queen to be elected. Now, when Sita asked all the ladies, how do y'all feel about this current queen? Everybody was like, Misha said, I'm enjoying it. Irish said, yeah, we love her creative direction. We're just loving it. Okay, y'all doing a lot. I hate this little clique. Aubrey is doing exactly what Keely said she would. Aubrey is trying to make sure that she stays in good graces of everyone in the house. When she first got there, she wanted to be cool with all the girls who had talent. And now that you starting to create beef in the house or get yourself in beef, the weakest links in the house are clinging onto you. 1, because it helps their self-esteem. And 2, I feel like I can't stand people who click up over having somebody to hate in common. Y'all don't like the twins. So that's the only reason why y'all clicking up. Because otherwise, Aubrey would not be clicking up with y'all because she doesn't think that you guys can sing. She can't sing. She be, okay? So anyway, y'all, it's time for the queen's vote. So whenever they go down to vote, it's really funny because this episode, I feel like, looked the most like the episode of Survivor. They're going one by one voting. Keely's voted for herself week after week. Another question I have is, Keely, why are you here? Whatever, I guess we'll never know the answer to that. And, you know, we finally get to the count. Aubrey's counting the votes. There is a tie between Felicia, a tie between Aubrey, and Misha. Y'all know how that worked, okay? 2 random people voted for Felicia, Fallon being one of them. I said random. Fallon and Felicia voted for Fallon, or Felicia, whichever one it was, y'all. And then y'all know that Aubrey and Irish voted for Misha. And then Aubrey and someone else voted for Aubrey. Y'all know that's how it happened. So whenever we get into so many ties, it's up to the current queen to decide who the next queen is going to be. So for a second, I thought that she was going to choose herself. The only thing that we did know was that she definitely was not going to choose one of the twins. And, ultimately she ends up choosing Misha. This is Misha's reaction down here. She's rolling her eyes like, oh, I don't really want this shit. And I know she didn't want it because I understand that can be a lot of responsibility to carry when you really have not provided much to the group based on what it looks like. I definitely was giving her big ups last week for even going back in and trying. I really liked that she squashed the beef with the twins. But this week, I absolutely hated how much she kept for Aubrey, how much she got herself into drama, her and her sister behind Aubrey. So now, y'all, let's move on to the next scene. Felicia and Aubrey, they have a discussion. Felicia is straight up just like, hey, Aubrey, let me talk to you. Like, this is what I heard from Elijah. And this is what my thumbnail is about. So we lying. We just gonna lie. So Aubrey says, yeah, I'm just really feeling hurt. So you decide to play victim. That's the route you want to go on this. When you really, otherwise, before, in the beginning of the episode, we're feeling very, strongly. Now you're just hurt. And Felicia says, I'm feeling blindsided as well because Elijah's telling me that, you went and said XYZ, you were starting a bunch of drama. And Aubrey, instead of directly answering her question, Aubrey says something along the lines of, the only reason why I went and talked to him was because I wanted a outside party to create music for us so nobody was feeling no type of way. That's fine and dandy. I don't need to know why you went and talked to him. And Felicia said, yeah, that's smart. But what was said? So if y'all watched last week's review, like I hope y'all did, shout out to y'all who was in last week's live. But last week in the review, I told y'all that I felt like Elijah jumped the gun way too fast. He was ready to turn up. And I also felt like Aubrey was being very lightweight messy. And in other words, we can just say Aubrey was being manipulative. Whenever she brought the information to Elijah, she never said the twins were talking shit about you. The twins think that they're better than you. Elijah interpreted that the twins thought that they were better than him and that the twins were talking hot shit. That never happened. At least on camera, y'all, because I'm talking strongly like I was there, okay? So Aubrey goes to Elijah last week, and she told him that whenever they walk into a room, Elijah knows what's up. And the way I understood it was, okay, that doesn't mean that they're better than Elijah, but they're just saying Elijah's a writer, producer, just like us. He know about these writing streets. Ask about me. We cool. That had nothing to do with Elijah. So for him to jump the gun and say what he did say was that he didn't know that they had any hits was ridiculous to me. You were in female drama. Then you want to call it a dick measuring contest that you were actively participating in. You were trying to measure. You felt some type of way. So it kind of made me think that the twins might have a little bit more clout than what everybody else is trying to credit them for. Because I don't understand why Elijah would jump so fast hearing that stuff from Aubrey if he and the twins are friends in real life. So pretty much Felicia's just like, okay, we good. I just want to squash this shit. So Felicia goes downstairs and she talks to Elijah. And she's like, so what was said? And Elijah ends up saying, I never told her y'all didn't have a number one hit on the radio. She's flat out lying. Come on. Okay. So I feel like both Aubrey was being manipulative because she was giving him bits and pieces of information and changing the way that it was said, in my opinion. Elijah was dead wrong. If that was your friend, you should have straight up just told her, yeah, the way she delivered it to me was this way. So in turn, I turned up. You didn't say that. You lied and said you completely didn't say it. So then Elijah, for the sake of saving face, decides to turn up on Aubrey. And he's basically saying, you know, you're lying. I never said that. I told you. One thing he slipped up and said, if y'all would have listened to everything he said to Aubrey, a lot of it went back to what Aubrey told Felicia. He told Aubrey, yes, I did say that I'm not going to be arguing with a bunch of females in the house. Go straight back to you're not going to be having a opinion measuring contest. So I'm like, okay, Elijah, now all of a sudden you're above this when you really definitely took the bait that Aubrey gave you. So at first I was like, okay, Elijah, I'm on your ass. Then halfway through the conversation, I was like, once Aubrey started saying, so you're going to argue with the female? I have never been talked to like this in my life. I was like, here we go. One thing I'm not for is a liar and a manipulator. But the other thing I'm not for is white women, you know, turning victim rather quickly when it comes to a Black person, specifically a Black man. I was like, come on. I don't think he cussed her out. I don't think he called her out of his name. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. But the way he was talking to her, in my opinion, was very stern. The words that was coming out of his mouth was a lie, but it was very stern, and he was going to stand by whatever he said, which was some bullshit. But I definitely could see it both ways when that was going down. So that was the biggest part for me. Next, we're going to move on to this studio scene. And Felicia is talking to the girls, and everybody's like, you know, this is just too much drama. We need to chill out. Everybody need to go run. Like, literally, it's too much drama, y'all. It was like, it felt like it was so much back and forth fights this whole episode. I was like, this is too much. Screenshot, because there's so many different stories to tell, but I ain't mad at it because Carlos King is providing good TV. Either way it go, y'all. Fallon says to everybody, if y'all want to be great, basically, if y'all want to be used to your full potential, y'all should have chosen me as the queen. And when she said that, I was like, that makes sense because you were definitely the one rooting for Aubrey to lose her job. Basically, you were ready to, you know, do the overthrow. So Misha started speaking up. Yeah, these twins, blah, blah, blah. Y'all arguing. Misha's turning up. You see the way she's yelling in Cosign's arms. And I'm just like, wow, all that for Aubrey. You just made up with the twins last week. You could have sat there and ate your food, Misha. You in a good spot. You're queen and you're not providing anything to the group. Don't mess it up. But she did. So then the twins leave. And don't worry, y'all. We'll talk about the twins in a minute because they got to show their ass a little bit. But it wasn't anything unfamiliar. It wasn't anything that wasn't honest or dishonest. So I'm just like, come on. So the twins leave. Misha starts calling them bullies again. And I'm like, okay, so this is what we're going to do. And Felicia basically is in the kitchen crying. And she's saying, you know what? Like, I'm one of the only female producers in this thing, whatever. You don't have to like me, but you'll respect me. And she's sitting there crying. So what that lets me know is your insecurity probably is that a lot of people aren't putting respect on your name. You feel like people are always referring to your cherished days, nothing less. Nothing more than that. And you want to be respected, which is fine. So that's what's triggering for you, just like it's triggering for Lamisha and Irish that they really can't sing, but they talking about where my girls are every 2 seconds. So I understand that. But you can't take out your anger on the other women in the house because of the things that you have to go through in the industry. We know you're great, okay? So anyway, like I said, y'all, why is Misha turning up for Aubrey? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Next, y'all, before I show y'all this scene, Aubrey goes missing. She leaves. They're all walking around the house looking for her. And Misha gets a text. And Aubrey is saying to Misha, I have never been spoken to like that by a man ever before in my life. And that's when I was like, girl, bye. She left with the mattress. Y'all let me know if I missed that part. But I'm not understanding why you had to take the whole mattress with you. Definitely reminded me of some Bad Girls Club, just like Ramel said. I think I said that like a video or two ago. As soon as the mattress was missing, I was thinking about all the times that they had thrown the girls' luggage in the pool. I was like, oh my gosh, her mattress is in the pool. They're sending her home. But no, that's not what happened. So I don't know why she took the whole mattress, y'all. So she's missing for a full day. And then she comes back. She just needed to get a rest of sleep. That's all she needed to do. She just needed to outrun her lies and leave the house before the truth came to the top. She just had to run after, you know, antagonizing a man on screen, acting like he was going to do something to her. She just had to reset, y'all. No big deal. So she comes back and, you know, she's hugging Shamari. It's Shamari's 15th anniversary. We'll talk about Shamari. Shamari is cool. She's nice. But I don't understand. Shamari, why was you looking like Yellow Brick Road? I was not here for the combination of those two hair colors with the ruffled top. It was giving me lying. I didn't like it. A lot of people's part 2 confessionals I didn't like. Pam looked good. We'll talk about the confessional looks. But everybody else, I was like, no. One person who I did notice did not have a part 2 confessional was Aubrey. So we'll go back to Aubrey coming to the house and just having a reset. And she apologizes to everyone. She specifically goes down to the kitchen and apologizes to Keely and says, I don't want any beef. I don't want any drama. I just want us to be good. The twins even come down and she says, what's up, little sis? And they hug it out. So I'm like, okay, cool. Part of me knows that the twins, I feel like the twins are smart. They can pull a lot of what Elijah said, a lot of what Aubrey said, and find out where the truth is. So I think they just don't want to harbor on it. They kind of just like, fuck it, Elijah, we see you. Aubrey, we see you. Let's make music. So that's what I'm assuming. But yeah, I don't know why she did that. So next, y'all, the girls get into an argument discussing the show order. Everybody is coming back. Everybody's kumbaya. And they want to talk about what order they want to do the show in by the end of the week. They get into an argument about whether or not to start with, what's the song, y'all? It's called, Talking. Okay. They get into an argument about whether or not to start with Talking. Fallon, that's Fallon and Felicia's songs that they wrote. The first day, Fallon was like, okay, maybe we can start with Talking. Then later on, or the next day, she says, well, I feel like I need to tune it up, or I need to do this before we, present that as the first song. Felicia basically is telling her, like, let it go. We can do Talking or we don't do Talking. She was yelling at her like that was her mother. And when I saw them two, and when I paid attention to the dynamic of them two on the show, I was like, Felicia was definitely the twin sucking up all the oxygen in the womb. And I'm not calling anybody dumb. Don't take it that way. But what I mean is she's definitely the more aggressive, more dominant, and probably the more protective twin. Like, I guess twins have that dynamic where one kind of becomes the big and the other becomes the little, big sis, little sis type stuff. That's what Felicia was giving. So the twins start arguing in front of everybody. Hashtag embarrassing. Shout out to Jamie. And everybody's sitting there just basically in shock. Like, okay, the twins are so toxic that finally they're arguing with each other. Now, I'm not done yet, but shout out to Julia for being a great moderator. 80 people in the chat, 47 likes. Go ahead, hit that like button, y'all. I don't know what y'all doing. We having a good conversation. Go ahead and like the video. So while everybody's watching the twins argue, Irish comes to her confessional like this. And this is her season 2 look. And when she's coming to her confessional with this synthetic wig on and the harsh, no blend, grow out root, she says that she can tell by the twins' wig. She starts throwing shade at the twins' wig. And it's like, you can't do that with this wig. Okay? Like, you can't. You can't. You got to know your limits. That's not the wig to be talking about somebody else's wig. So she says, I'm not surprised that the twins are arguing at all. I'm not surprised by, their wigs. And I'm also not surprised by how wide their asses are when they're, walking away. I'm just like, I don't get why you and Misha are so turned off Aubrey. I don't get it. I thought last week everybody had a moment. I thought last week everybody, you know, an epitome happened. Like, it just went off. I thought you had clarity that the twins aren't your enemies. The twins are just the most aggressive, okay, with the most to provide. You and your sister are aggressive as well, with not very much to provide. So that's where they clash heads. So I was just like, girl, you doing way too much. So then the twins are hanging out, and Fallon was in the kitchen eating chicken wings when she hears Aubrey and Misha and a couple other ladies talking. It was Shamari, Nivea, Misha, Aubrey. I don't know if Irish was there. I doubt it. But anyway, they're talking about the order of the show. And both Aubrey and Misha are saying that they don't want to start with talking. Reason being is because it's one of the better songs. But they feel like they still don't have a banger. They need, you know, club music, something popping, like Misha said. Y'all, look at Misha's wig. We don't talk about that. Misha turned to Queen, and her wig was cute. I ain't gonna lie. Her wig was cute. It looked way better than Irish wig in her confessional. But, you know, Misha decided to get cute with it as soon as she became Queen. I was like, oh, okay, sis. Man, like, it's just very funny. I keep telling y'all nothing to provide. But whatever. It is what it is. So, yeah, she has her cute wig on. But yes, so Aubrey and Misha both agree that they need a club banger in the mix, something more up-tempo. Fallon overhears that. Fallon runs back to Felicia and starts talking shit about the other girls and says, you know, they said that, you know, it's not even enough, that they need a banger. That is what they said, but I don't think that they said it out loud the way that you interpreted it. So more drama continues. Felicia walks into the room. Felicia is not with the shit. Look at Felicia's face, y'all. The way she walked down there, dry face as fuck. Her posture was just, she was over it at this point. You could tell she was pretty much like, wow, is this bitch really talking after, you know, we just had all this drama in the house. You wanted to leave. You wanted to come back. You wanted to reset. And this bitch is talking? She was in disbelief. Like, what the fuck? I'm about to show my ass. And the whole time, I feel like Fallon kind of knew that Felicia was doing the most. That's why she was chasing her down the stairs. Like, just don't go down there angry. Don't go down there angry. And she says, were you saying this? We're talking shit, saying that the, you know, that the music wasn't dope. I don't know where she got that from. I think she just made it up herself. And Aubrey ends up saying, no, I didn't say that. Everybody in the room agrees with Aubrey. No, she didn't say that. Drama ensues. Misha starts turning up for the sake of Aubrey. It's just too much, y'all. Cosign and Aaliyah are in the room. Aaliyah is the choreographer. Remember, Cosign is one of the producers as well. And he's basically saying that the twins are going to have to learn the hard way. And from the outside looking in, or I don't know, from Cosign's point of view, he was there. He's saying, to me, it seemed like he thought that the twins were not trying to work with anyone. This is it, Brittany. Brittany says Irish only talk in the confessional. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, come with all that energy before. Come on. Or when you're filming. But anyway, I'm just, from Cosign's point of view, it seems like he's agreeing with the rest of the house that the twins are hard to work with. But yeah, I really don't know. It's a lot of shit. Everybody lying. Shamari, I love you, but you looking like Yellow Brick Road. This was not it. This was not it. So y'all tell me what y'all thought about the episode. Come on live. Let's talk in the comments. Live crew. While y'all are here, don't forget, Ooh Ladies First panel will be going live with Ashley from OWN's season 1. Put a ring on it. Remember, she was with Hollywood. Now she is here for a regular show. Of course, we're going to ask her some questions, but this will be your regular Ooh Ladies First panel show where we're going to give y'all reviews, talk about the gossip and all the extra stuff. I think we even have our first listener letter tonight, or advice letter. So that'll be really, really fun. Next, Tressa from Ready to Love season 4 is on Sunday. And then Monday, my channel, Alexis Jones, will be there. So y'all, don't miss none of that. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Y'all funny. See, but ease on down the road. Yeah, that's what she looking like. I was like, that's not it. Don't do it at all, please. I don't understand. I don't understand. Carla Jr. says that wig. Ha, y'all funny. Okay, the homeless advocate says, I liked Lamisha's Poison Ivy Batman red hair. It looked nice on her. Yeah, I will say that it didn't look bad. She definitely did look like Poison Ivy, but I'm not mad at it. It looked like it was pretty laid. Seba says the twins are calculated AF. Ramel thinks that Shamari is one-sided. Really? I think she's pretty fair. She's pretty fair. Of course, plenty of y'all are talking about Aubrey's Botox, as always. Brittany says, Aubrey should have just told the twins they prefer to work with someone else, that she prefers. Yeah, that's what she should have said. Soulful Dog, lots of half-truths, definitely coming from Elijah, coming from Aubrey. Everybody is BSing. Cassandra says that yes, he needs to be replaced because the twins are the ones making all the music, producing and all. I don't know what's the dynamic. I hope that y'all seen the previews to next week's episode, but I watched the previews and it looks like the twins are basically telling Cosign, you can go home because we writing everything. And it makes them look like a bitch, but I don't think they lie. I don't think they lying. I need to know who wrote what. It seems like the twins are the ones in the studio. Come on. Sofa Dog says that the twins currently keep blaming editing. Y'all, I could see that. I'm typically not the one or the type of person to take the side of the edited villain, but I can definitely see that. Absolutely. Yes. Lily says, I feel like, what did I say? Elijah acted like he was waiting on the day to turn on the twins. Yes. Elijah was on ready. He already had the ammunition there. And I'm like, why? Why? It was real fake. Everybody got them friends. You know, when you have friends who are like your friends, but they only want proximity to you and not really friendship. I'll be seeing y'all talk about it on Twitter. So yeah. And then Karen says her sound is different. It's bad. And this is in reference to Aubrey, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, it goes, y'all. It was a very fun episode, very entertaining. Corey thinks the twins are still doing too much. They are. They are. But I feel like the editing is taking it to a whole nother level, y'all. I can definitely see where they're coming from. So y'all be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Another PSA before I don't see y'all this weekend. There's a new show I'm thinking about reviewing, but that won't get started until next week. But I'm going to be out of town, so y'all will not see me this weekend. I will see y'all again on Monday. I will see y'all again on Monday when Alexis comes on my channel. So if y'all are going to miss me, like I'm going to miss y'all, go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all. See y'all in an hour.